What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the show. We about to make some video, Joe. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Welcome, guys, back to the show. I know it's been like 200 days since I made a video. I've been fishing. I went out yesterday, and I just kind of struck out. I got there late and all that good stuff. Same old, same old. Been under the weather. Not feeling too good the last few days. And, well, the last 4 or 5 days. I've had some unfortunate events. And different things happen, but we're back to make a video. And what I want to talk about today is the white bass. And the white bass beginning to run. As we move into the end of January, going into February, the white bass will start to move up the river. They're kind of already starting to do it now. But as we go into the 1st of February, on through to the end of February, and what comes after February? March. We go into March. These white bass, they run up the river. So starting at February, as it moves forward, they just creep on up the rivers. And what they do is, guys, is they run up the rivers and they go off into the different streams and creeks and different areas. They do it all around. They do it in different lakes and river systems and everywhere. If it's a river system that runs into creeks, they go into the creeks. If it's a lake that runs into a river runs into the lake, they'll run up the river and into the creeks. Wherever they can go to spawn, white bass spawn during this time of year. And what's super fun around Chickamauga area, where I've started learning to fish these white bass, is they mix with wipers. And a wiper is a mixture between a regular white bass and a striped bass, or striper. The stripers are the ones that get real big. White bass are really small. So what happens is when you mix those two together, you get nice size regular white bass. They get real big and they are extremely fun to catch. But they're real easy to catch. They're not hard at all. I fished them last year. We caught quite a few on the channel, but I want to show you a couple of things, real simplistic things to catch these fish. It's not hard. I use spinning gear, any kind of spinning gear, medium light, medium heavy, any kind of thing like that will catch them. I like to have a little bit of backbone, but you got to have enough rod to stick that single hook, make it land, and fight that fish. I like using spinning gear because you can cast lighter jig heads. You can use a bait caster, but honestly, a spinning reel just works out a lot better for catching these guys. But what I like throwing, and I have several different things here, like I got some of these recently. This is a 3/16 ounce finesse eye from Z-Man, and I like using Z-Man products. I'm a big fan of their stuff. I think they make really good stuff. These are the, what color are these? These are smelt, and they go really well with these. Last year, the downside to these particular ones over, what I do with that other jig head, over these guys, same company, Z-Man, these trout eyes are awesome. One good thing about these trout eyes is they're more of a saltwater jig head, but they have a really, really strong hook. That hook is super strong, and I feel like this one's tarnished a little bit because it's been just in the tackle box for a while. And when they're new, you get this pearl eye. It looks so shiny, and teamed up with these little 3-inch swim baits, looks really good. And the good thing about these is they're really strong. The hook's strong. These have a little bit weaker hook, and they tend to bend out, and you got to bend them around. The hooks don't break. They're just a little, they're a little flimsier. They're a lighter wired hook, and they bend a little bit. But I haven't had one break, not yet. But the good thing about these trout eyes, man, they are strong. They don't break. They're super strong. And I like to team it up with, guys, I'm gonna take this jacket off. I'm hot. I left it on because I ran outside and grabbed some of this stuff. I'm gonna take his jacket off. Whew, there we go, guys. I feel like when I'm under this light and I'm back here in this hot room, I feel like I'm being interrogated by the FBI. They're like, hey, what kind of fishing gear you got going on? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. All right, guys. What I'm throwing out is I really like just these little 3-inch. They're 3-inch minnow Z's by Z-Man, man. I like Z-Man stuff. The Last Tech is awesome. And you can throw any 3-inch, swim bait for these white bass. I mean, they tear it up. I mean, you could throw a Kitech. You could throw any type of Kitech style swim bait, or any, just any 3-inch swim bait, I think would catch them. But the one thing I like about these minnow Z's is they're made out of Elastec. So, I mean, they're just stupid strong. I mean, so you can literally catch a whole day's worth of white bass with one of these things. So they're awesome. This is a particular color that I found out last year that works freaking amazing. These are Purple Death is what it's called by Z-Man. These things catch the heck out of those white bass. I don't know what it is about purple, but I'm figuring it out around Chickamauga. Purple is really good during this time of year and going into the early spring. So you can use this. The other colors I use is the any shad style color. For my area would be, you know, I can't think of that color. I'll post it up here real quick. But it's a shad style pattern. Any shad pattern, anything like that works super great. But when you match these things up with these trout eyes, they just look really good. And a lot of people think not to throw swim baits and stuff going into, you know, into February and stuff. I mean, some people do, I guess, but they just look really good with that trout. Let me show y'all. It's hard to show this off. These pair up really nice with them. And this is the trout eye, which works really well. Like I said, it's super strong, and it works really well. I'll show y'all the other ones. These are the smelt. They overall look better, especially with any trout color. These look really good. These I'm a big fan of. I wish I could get these with a little stronger hook, but they look really good. It's kind of got the same hook that the Finesse shrooms or whatever. What are they called? The TRDs from Z-Man. It has that same hook. And if I could get this jig head with that hook, would be really awesome. And they may have it. I need to dig around a little bit, but I haven't seen it so far. These look really good though. I mean, just money. But guys, it's real simple. These white bass, they move up the river. They post up at the beginning. As you go forward, like they'll move up the river 1st of February, and then what they do is they stage at the front of the creek mouths, and they'll just set at the front of the creek mouth. And then as the water warms up throughout the creek, as you push later into February, going into March, they slowly start to merge up the creeks. And what they're doing is they'll go up the creeks and they'll spawn. So by the time you're in really late February, they're up the creeks. And as you go up, they spawn, and then they just come back. And that's how it works, guys. Throwing little swim baits during that time, during February on through, looking for white bass, guys. If you find them, you'll always find a whole bunch of them. Just find a good deal of them. And when you find them, man, you can tear them up. You know, a lot of people think about just bass fishing and other fishing, but if you want to fun fish for some white bass, and if you get in a load of wipers, man, it is a load of fun. You can wear your arm out catching them. They say they're good to eat. I don't know if I've eaten many white bass. I've thought about it, but I haven't done it yet. Maybe this year I'll bring some home, cook them up, and talk about it. But that's it, guys. Fishing's been rough for me here lately. Not felt the best. Gonna get out this coming week and see what we can do and keep on keeping on. Just wanted to post a video, keep up to date with y'all guys, maybe teach y'all a little something, talk about anything. If you have any questions or comments, link it in the description below, and I'll see y'all guys real soon. We'll be back on the river. I got the boat fixed and all that. It's mainly just been me being kind of busy and not feeling so great and other things coming up. But I appreciate y'all for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, I'll see y'all guys later. Y'all guys take it easy. See y'all.